Greetings, fellow vaulters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault, Episode 60, Gentle Shelter. One of the reasons, just speaking lore-wise, one of the reasons to bring the animals, maybe not the donkey, well, yeah, to bring any animals on a ship is if we have the technology to make hydroponic basins, that's great. That means that we can pretty much guarantee that we'll have, oh, this is roofed up, isn't it? We'll pretty much guarantee to have a food source upon arrival, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee that we'll have a protein source. So bringing egg layers is smart because it opens up options for food sources that you wouldn't otherwise have access to. And then bringing donkeys, if you need to haul stuff or, you know, if you need more protein than you expected, you can always butcher a donkey. Shield, because you're one of the only ones up. I'm going to have you construct 4 and remove the roof so that Technoir is not stuck in a pod forever. You can always vote no. So we're going to go to Binrad and visit. Oh, they have more ducks. And dromedaries and goats. So you have 50 components that I could just buy, advanced components. I might not end up buying that. I'll see. Fertile and long-haired. I don't need fertile. Apparently my guys are pretty fertile on their own. Medical trainer wouldn't be terrible. I have some people that are interested in medical and mining. I probably, no matter what I do, won't have enough money for the architect arm, so that's just not likely to be traded. I could try sending some additional stuff. So I'll try that. And let's see if I need the focus side trainer, because I'm not sure if I do right now. I don't have focus, so potentially by focus. So let's go ahead and try to send some extra stuff. See what else I can afford. I'll send the duck eggs because they're worth a whole lot. Artwork. Assault rifles. I can actually get rid of all the assault rifles. Some of the sniper rifles. I don't think we ever use tail caps anymore, so let's get rid of those. Because we're double strand tubes only. Oh, I forgot that Destroyer should be able to wear a marine helmet, so I'll put that back in as an option for clothing. Some of this stuff is tainted, so I'll just throw it out once I'm upon arrival. I'm not saying you're gonna get slaughtered if we bring you on the caravan, but if everyone is starving, it stands to reason it's having a donkey, an extra donkey or two, is not a terrible idea. All right, so here's the follow-up poll. What should I bring? All the ducks, all the donkeys, or all the animals? What you think? It's weird to have not Tech Noir in the front slot of the colonist roster. Oh, I was storing ambrosia in the wrong spot, and it's gone. My fault. So I have it on high priority hauling so that Tech Noir doesn't have to be out there forever. Or we're just rapidly throwing things into the pods. Oh, Carlotta has inspired trade. I'm not going to have her leave the vault, the safety of the vault while pregnant. That doesn't make any sense. And the baby's genes are going to be sort of have the same coloring as Shane. Also, maybe I don't know how to pair them up. Maybe like this? Because they're their own couple now? I think that makes the most sense. Because previously what I was doing was I was having the children between the couples. So like Sapo and Cam with children Mayhem and Nella. So that they're a unit. And then like Shay, Jean-Paul, Carlotta, Shield. But now Carlotta's in their own relationship. So I'm going to have them split up into their own subunit. With Cathanon and Zertrana as another subunit. Visually, I think that makes the most sense to me. So I can track who's who and whatever. Okay, this is ready for launch. I just need to unroof it. Give to Tech Noir's caravan. So I did want focus. And then I'll sell everything else and figure out what kind of money I have left over. Probably not enough for that arm, but maybe for something else. Yeah, definitely not enough for the arm. I could do the Incendiate Lance. I could do a Plasma Sword. That wouldn't be unreasonable for our brawlers. I have just enough money for Plasma Sword, so maybe I'll do that. Seems reasonable. And it's going to be a one-day travel back. Do you want the horse meat? I could have bought the horse meat. Actually, yeah, let me trade again. And buy the horse meat. Because the amount of meat that we have back home is dwindling due to people's increased appetites. It's not a bad idea. I wouldn't have been able to afford the donkey meat anyway. So we can avoid that scenario where the donkeys are like, wait, what kind of meat did you just buy? It smells like me. Tired survivors. You guys want all animals. All right, so let's see. I had 20 colonists plus the 2 babies. 22 plus all animals would be 26. So I need 4 more caskets. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 5 for good measure. Just to have 1 more extra in case, for whatever reason, we have need for it. It's a question for you all. Bishop and... Alright, 7 refugees, including a child, aka they will not betray. Children are not allowed to betray. Are approaching. Their leader is called Bishop. They were banished from their own town due to moral disagreements. Bishop begs me for permission to stay in Doomsday Vault for 5 days. Pretty short. So 7 refugees for 5 days, and they will help out. Do we help Bishop and his refugees? Yes or no? Unfortunately, we're having this vote without Tech Noir home, but perhaps Tech Noir will be here by the time it is accepted or not. Tech Noir being, you know, the leader and all. Actually, if we do accept them, I already have 7 beds. Right? There were 7 of them? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I don't like the idea of them taking up the hospital, though. Or actually, I'll just say it. I don't like the idea of them taking up the hospital. So I'll make some extra beds over here. The other thing is, for the child, provided that the child is not in another relationship, I'll actually give the child a true and honest bedroom for their stay, and not some sort of discount jank bedroom, so that the child doesn't have to sleep in a hallway. That doesn't seem appropriate. In fact, one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could sleep in here. This is a more impressive room than the room down there. I'll even put art in there for them. If, of course, we're accepting them. It hasn't been determined yet. They're going to wonder why this room smells of blood or bleach. Hope they don't ask too many questions. I don't torture my prisoners, but God knows they do bleed in that room a lot. So for these caskets, I did mine up some additional uranium, but we're pretty much out of plasteel. So that's just bottlenecked by the people working the deep drills. And that will be helped because Tech Noir is coming home with a mining skill trainer, which will allow Hyas, probably Hyas, to also become a miner, because Hyas has a burning passion in it, but not enough skill for full yield or to avoid deep drill infestations. So that will be Hyas's. And then the other trainer was a medical trainer, and that could go to potentially Hyas as well, but probably Mayhem. Most likely Mayhem, because Mayhem has a burning passion in it, and is very, very unlikely to get hurt in a battle because of shield belt, and also Eltec staff means that I never actually use Mayhem. Mayhem doesn't put hands on enemies, and also has psi-casting abilities to keep enemies at bay. So Mayhem makes for the perfect doctor, because Mayhem has very low risk of injury in a given combat situation. Baby food is... No, it doesn't hurt to keep the baby food queue up. So Sadrana is first trimester. And Carlotta, of course, is also first trimester. Tech Noir is not going to be home at the end of this poll, but close. Almost home. So they made a decision without her. And these refugees are going to be raffled off to you guys. So they're not going to be renamed, but they will be at least named once after you. So the raffle timer's up. And let's see who we've got. Let me reorder them so that's easier to read. So we have got Bishop, a genie, delicate genie. Wow, ouch. You are like really not one for combat. Okay, there we go. Just setting up their work priorities. So, delicate wimp genie. And I will allow you to do research, but I'm not going to have you smit, I don't think. Then we have McMillion. Okay. Fast walker, slothful brawler. We've got a Edekin. Wow. That's very unusual, because there is no native Edekins to this planet. But this Edekin, I got to keep a close eye on because of the psychopath and ugly, not likely to make friends, and very likely to punch them in the face. And if you're wondering, Edekin are also aggressive, so very likely to punch me in the face. Might want to implant the Edekin with Dead Calm or something, I don't know. Maybe it's not my responsibility to genetically engineer the Edekin be friendlier, let people be who they want to be. But my point being, got to keep my eye on the Edekin because it poses a threat to the colony. Then we've got Steven, a 14-year-old baseliner, so barely old enough. Wait, weird. They believe in our ideology. Just by chance. It's random, but that's really strange. So we got Steven, a disaster survivor. No kidding, you're a refugee. Volatile and abrasive. So again, another person that is likely to get in social fights. Ferdinand, who's kind, so the very opposite of the rest of them. Sims. Wait, did you come out of like, I mean, you have no mining skills, so you're obviously not a Dwarf Fortress dwarf, but your name is Urist, who has great memory, a sickly evangelist. Marie, the child, a 3-year-old, who I've put in the bedroom. She's got nothing about her yet. She's too young. And that would be the cast who have just joined. Cool. So all of them are going to be set to avoid pollution. And I'm going to do scheduled drugs for all of them, and then remove the scheduled drugs from those that are too young. So Sims is fine. Who was the young one? Steven? Yep, Steven is the really young one. So Steven, no drugs. Okay. They're all set. I wouldn't blame them for being bad guardians, not teaching her anything, because they could have been in like a war zone or something. We have no idea how hard their life was before they got here. They could have been just dodging wasters trying to murder them, and it's a miracle that they survived, right? You take a look at the other factions here. Quite likely that they've been running for their life since her birth. Or that they picked her up yesterday and was just like, no, we'll take care of this child. You know, it's hard to tell, and it's not a responsibility to judge. So in terms of other work, that's pretty much all I really want them to do. Bishop I'll allow to construct, I suppose, at level 10. And then for animal handling, I'll allow it, but like the likelihood of the animal handlers doing animal handling is very low because they don't have pollution protection. So as far as the bedrooms go, Cam, let's get this last bed built. Bishop and Ferdinand, McMillian, Sims, Steven, and then the last person. Oh, Steven's already hiding in his room. I signed him a room, and he's immediately like, you know what? I have an idea. I'm going to go hide. And the last one would be Edekin. I don't think I've assigned the Edekin a room. All right, giveaway. Derp. You are Bish. I'll name Bishop Derp. David Derp Bishop. Zaleb. You are McMillian. Mr. Johns. You are the Edegan. Gotta keep my eye on you. I'm gonna call you Mr. John. Beavis. You're the 14-year-old. Who's going on a bit of a mental break. One who is volatile and abrasive. Pretty good name. Beavis, who acts like a butthead. Highland Timber. You're Ferdinand Callahan. The Kind Cook. Kilgore. A scary name for the sickly evangelist. And Thomas, you are the child. I'm going to use your second name, Jade, for the child, because we already have another Thomas. And also, you're a female 3-year-old, so Jade seems a very fitting name. That and your hair is jade color. Cool. Hopefully we can teach this child well. Also, inappropriate for the child to be hauling around a steel club with her, so I'm going to have her disarmed so that she isn't a target. I'll explain that. One of the latest updates, anyone under 13 who is not wearing or using a weapon is not targeted by raiders, unless you specifically tell them to hold a weapon. So anyone under 13 will be treated sort of the way that animals in a pasture is treated, where they're not directly attacked by raiders. And that is to prevent child deaths, which is, and that's the default behavior of raids now. Just an FYI, I figured. All right, and then this was the last bed, and that's going to Mr. John. That's a very impressive barracks. This is only a decent barracks, so that barracks is going to inherit art that gets finished on my art benches. The children's room is ready for new generations. Given the additional mouths to feed, it's only for 5 days, but I'm definitely going to go back to rice. Make sure that I have enough food for everybody. And let's go ahead and call in a trade caravan, but this time instead of a exotics, I'm going to call in a bulk. Which might have the option to buy additional meat. Zalek grew up. So we're going to have some choices here. Oh, good choices, too. Zalek's passions. We have animals, medical, art, melee, cooking, or plants. And 2.5 minutes to vote on this. The only passion so far that Zalek has is cooking. FYI. And then the traits will be chosen from Steadfast, Recluse, Night Owl, Pyromaniac, Body Modder, and Chemical Interest. But again, later. After the first one is resolved. And Zalek is 10. Mayhem. 0 chance to flirt with anyone. Oh, interesting. Zaleb is a potential... Well, okay, Zaleb's 56, so I'm just not going to allow that. I think, actually, a really good match for Mayhem is Highest, once Highest is 16. I don't know if there's going to be time in the stream for that, but, you know, that's a pretty solid choice. Make sure that I have enough childcare people... Yep. Yeah, I have plenty of childcare in the colony, so that's not an issue either, which is great. Someone would be really unhappy with Recluse in this colony? Yeah, no kidding. This colony is humming with people. Now that the relationship between Cathanon and Zatrana are done, I'm going to free this stone cut table up for anyone, not specifically for Zatrana, because it's... I don't need to min-max that any longer. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Sapo spend more time at the mines and Shay spend more time at the mines, so that I can get more plasteel, because that's really a bottleneck for us. Also, I should have mentioned that the top 3 choices here are chosen, not just the top 1 choice, because it's up to 3. It's Catherine. This colonist bar, given that I have 27 people, is getting a little full. There you are. I'm missing fabrics, am I? I think not. Okay, cooking medical plants. I'll do that in just a second. And then the next is what trait? We've got... Let me scroll down so you can actually see them. Steadfast. Recluse. Night Owl. Pyro. Body Mater. And Chem Interest. And for this one, only 1 minute, because I'm sort of stuck on this screen until you choose. Looks like Steadfast is winning, but you got a little bit more time to vote. Well, I got to pet my puppies. Yeah. Hey, bud. All right. I think it's pretty safe to say that Steadfast is gonna win. Thank you for voting. It is confirmed. Next growth moment is probably not for a while, I'd imagine. Yeah, I don't even think we're going to have another growth moment, would be my guess. So these guys have pretty tattered apparel. I'm going to do my best to try to get them some clothing as well. So we'll start with Derp here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to start new shelves specifically for clothes. So let's put clothes that we can wear on these shelves here. Clothing that are in good condition. This will be, I don't know, just the clothing room. Man, I still have bug meat left over. We've been chem fueling it up, and boy, do I have a lot of chem fuel. Got 1,300 of it. There we go. So, I will link these together. And then this is going to be important for apparel that is not tainted and in 95 plus condition. I actually don't know how I want to paint this. Maybe I just won't. There. That'll work. I have the exit red because it's dangerous to go this way, because it's the outside. Even though it can't be used as an entryway for enemies. I'm just trying to paint it a warning color. And I'm going to change this to actually critical, I think, because these shelves are already important. Alright, looking good. Boy, food is scarce. I hope that bulk goods trader comes in. Now, all these mouths to feed are expensive. One thing that I could do, not that we're there yet, is start putting people into the ship caskets. And then I wouldn't have to feed them. I don't think anyone wants to go into a claustrophobic casket early, which is why I'm not doing it. That would be one way to limit. Where'd the power go? Probably got cut by the acidic smog, so that the solar is not... Yeah, the solar's not yielding as much power as a result of this smog. That's where all my power went. If you want to know relationships, there's actually colored icons up top. But Carlotta formed a relationship with Shane, and Cathanon with Zutrana. Zutrana was the one of the refugees that was killed and we had brought back to life. She was like, you know what? Those people that, you know, brought me back to life, they're pretty cool. I'm going to hang out with them. So I think the change to the priorities for mining has helped a lot. We have a lot more plasteel coming in than we had before. Yeah, you'll have to squint if you want to read them. All the new refugees really makes it difficult. And yeah, here we go. Here's the clothing that we have. So Derp, you're going to be the first offered some clothing once you walk by. You're about to walk by. So pants and shirt. Your jacket sucks too, so I'll give you a parka. And then your sash I'm just going to get rid of because you don't need a sash. So now you don't have tainted apparel. What about your flop cap? It's 50%. Oh, that's annoying. So it's not quite the threshold. And that means that, Cathanon, I'm going to want you to tailor over Smith so that you can keep replacing clothing. Because I would like to offer these guys some fresh threads. And because they're of our ideology, I can have them color the apparel appropriately. So as to represent us. Seems fitting. Listen to that production hum. So much sandstone. All that noise is basically sandstone. It does remind me the amount of steel that I have is not great. So whenever given the chance, I should probably keep mining it. Our next person is Zaleb. So Zaleb, come on down and claim your clothing. Kilgore, why are you sleeping on the ground? You have a bed over there. Oh, wow, it's one tile outside of avoid pollution. That's probably been happening this whole time and I didn't know. I feel bad now. Okay, you're done. Mr. Jones, you'll be next. This is like refugee makeover. You need a pants. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have pants. Well, you're gonna have to wait until the pants are done. So I'm gonna have you wear crummy pants until then. Another reason to do this sooner than later is the Balkans trader's coming in. The Balkans trader will purchase tattered clothing. Also reminded me that Tech Noir went on caravan and still I forgot to get rid of the tainted clothing and nobody buys it. So we still probably have tainted clothing in our stockpile that I haven't gotten to by mistake. Why were we oh, the Tukes was suspended. Mr. John, you no longer have tattered apparel. Next up, Beavis. Pants. Shirt. Toque. Face mask, I'm not going to bother with. Island timber, shirt, toque. I guess you don't need pants? Nope. And now only two have have tattered apparel. All right, Kilgore, you're up. You need shirt, pants, and toque. And these guys had some deep needs. They were seconds away from clothing falling off their bodies. All right. And then all that's left is Jade, and that's easy because it's children's clothing, which I should have a nice surplus of. Parka and toque, and then their romper's gonna get tattered pretty soon. That's the part you hate about refugees. They always come with the tattered apparel. Yeah. I think it makes sense, though, that they have tattered apparel. So hate it or not, it's logical for that to be the case. They haven't had a home. Doesn't make sense for them to have... Oh, a betrayal offer. Yeah, no, sorry. We're just... Kenneth, I don't care. I'm not betraying them. Kenneth is a weird dude. He's always been a weird dude. Hospitality for allies. Really? More? 13 Outlanders. Oh, God. Oh, no, this is, no, I'm not accepting this. This is, prisoners for 13 days. And they're all paralyzed. I don't think I'm going to be on this planet for that long, so it doesn't make sense. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 20th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this series. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow vaulters.